Hello students, welcome to e-learning platform of Kadi Sarva Vishwavidyalaya. I am Professor Harsh Tripathi, Assistant Professor of Accountancy and Commerce at Srimati MP Patel College of Commerce and Center for Professional Courses, Kadi, Constituent College of Kadi Sarva Vishwavidyalaya. Let's learn one new subject, Management Accounting and Auditing Part 1 in BCom Semester 6. Today's topic is Introduction of Auditing. Some very important terminologies, advantages, disadvantages, scopes of auditing. Start with the definition of auditing. What is audit? Audit means examination of books and account. The person conducting this examination called an auditor. This word derived from Latin word audiere, which means to hear. According to Montgomery, a leading American author say, auditing is systematic examination of books and record of business or other organization in order to ascertain or verify and the report upon the fact regarding its financial operation and result thereof. Let's learn characteristic of auditing. Auditing, some very unique characteristic. Audit is the examination of record of transaction. Such examination is conducted with the help of vouchers, evidence, information and explanations. Such examination is conducted on the basis of those vouchers and evidence which are used to writing the books of account and recording the various transactions. Such examination is conducted very systematically on a scientific basis. Proper care and elegance as well as analytical approach is essential for carrying out such examination. The audit work is carried out by the independent agency and it is not conducted with the business. Having a specialized knowledge of account and accounting manners, auditing is both art and science. The most important task of audit is find out the errors and fraud perpetrated in accounts. To state whether the profit and loss account and balance sheet are drawn up with the accordance with the provision of Companies Act. The principal aim of audit is to ascertain whether the balance sheet gives true and fair view of state affair of the business at the end of financial year and that profit and loss account give true and fair view of the profit or loss for the financial period. The function of audit is also to see that the profit and loss account and balance sheet are prepared according to accounting standard issued by Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Now, the some scope of auditing. An auditor has mainly checked that the transactions are correctly recorded in the books of accounts or not. He has to verify that the transaction recorded in the books of accounts are properly authenticated and that they relate to activity of a business. To satisfy himself about the correctness of transaction recorded, he is required to examine all vouchers, statements, contracts, minute books, relevant correspondence that would help him in such examination. He should also be satisfied that the transactions are properly and correctly posted to the relevant ledger account and that the ledger account are correctly total and that balance sheet are correctly carried forward. All the particulars shown in the balance sheet should be vouched and verified and it should be properly and correctly valued. He should satisfy himself that all income and expenses have been correctly allocated between capital and revenue. He has also to see the account have been drawn up accordance with the legal requirement. An auditor mainly to check that transactions are correctly recorded in the books of account. To satisfy himself correctness, the transactions are recorded. He is required to all voucher statement and contract books. Now, let's learn difference of accountancy and auditing. Accountancy. Accountancy includes the writing of books of account, preparation of final account, passing adjustment and rectification of entries and preparing report and statements. Auditing means checking correctness of such final account. The object of accountancy is to record each and every transaction and prepare final account to show trading result, that is profit or loss, and state of affairs of the business. The object of auditing is to ascertain whether the accounts are correct and complete and whether there is any fraud or error and whether the legal requirements are fulfilled. A person who write the books of account called as an accountant, and a person who do the audit work called as an auditor. It is no necessary that an account must be chartered accountant. But in India, auditor of a company must be chartered accountant. Accounts are prepared in accordance with the well-established and normally accepted accounting principle, which cannot be deviated from. Of course, the system of writing the books of account may be differ to different type of business. But in auditing, also there are prescribed norms and standard. However, an auditor try to formulate the system which is the best suited to the particular type of business unit. An accountant has not to report on account written by him except in case when the director call him to do so for a specific purpose. Auditing. It is the duty of auditor to give report to the owner of the business on the account audited by him. Accountancy is first step, as an accountant has to prepare the account before they audit it. Auditing is the next step. After the accounts are finalized, they have to be audited by the auditor. The work of accountancy begins when the work of bookkeeping ends, and the work of auditing begins when the work of accountancy ends. Now, let's learn advantages of auditing. Audit enables the businessman to ascertain the correctness of account. The report of auditor state the profit and loss account show true profit and loss. That balance sheet reflect true and fair state of affairs of business. Errors and fraud, if any, can be located at the early stage, and the step can be taken to prevent their recurrence. Audit act as a moral check on the employees of business. It makes the employees vigilant and regular in their work. Audit of partnership account create confidence in partners' interests. Dispute, if any, in regard to correctness of accounts are settled. Audit of joint stock company made compulsory under Companies Act 1956. And these advantages of such audit manifold. Firstly, the shareholders are assured that their capital is properly utilized. If the business is to be sold or is to be taken over by another unit, audited account provide considerable help in fixation of purchase price of business. The engagement of auditor help the management, since the advice of auditor on certain technical point is readily available. The business policy can be properly formulated in compliance with the law if the services of auditor are properly utilized. Audited account are accepted to be true by the income tax. In the getting credit facility from banks and other financial institutions, the audited accounts are useful. The settlement of insurance claim become very easier if the accounts are audited. Now, some of the limitation of auditing. It is not useful for small business unit. In small business unit, the owner himself, the manager and accountant, and his business transaction are limited. Lack of assurance of completely correct account. Sometimes, even audited account cannot be guaranteed to complete correctness of account. Possibility of error and fraud. The auditor has to be reasonably careful auditing account. So the naturally he cannot audit account with the assumption that there is some error or fraud. All information and explanation not received. While auditing account, the auditor has to ask for many information and explanation from the client. But all of them are not received from all clients, and so that the audit cannot guarantee to correctness. Dependence on expert opinion. During the audit work, the auditor has depend upon expert certificate in many respects. Example, value of closing stock, value of machinery, but such certificates are not always true. Post-mortem of examination of figures. An audit is only post-mortem of examination of figure. It means the accounts are audited only after event have taken place. Auditor's prejudice. Generally, the auditor prejudice are reflect in his audit work, though he must remain neutral. Influence of managerial person. In fact, it is auditor's duty to protect the interest of shareholder. But in practice, he has to work with the managerial person. Really speaking, the management decide who is to be appointed as auditor. Hence, under the pressure and influence of manager, the auditor does not disclose all deficiency which have to come to his notice. So these are some limitation of auditing. Students, in next lecture we will learn object of auditing. Thank you very much, students. Keep learning, keep motivate yourself.